the influence of iaijutsu, kenjutsu on jujutsu and tanto jutsu here. So when we're doing our iaijutsu and the right hand is coming to the tsukada, there's no movement from the upper arm. Okay, so when we're coming in, there's no movement here. All this sits. There's no coming out, no coming away. Okay. Now there's lots of reasons for that, and one of the biggest one is deceptions. So remember, deception is the reason for the strategy. It's why you train to move differently than martial artists move. It's why you do everything the way you do, because your goal is deception. If there's not deception, it's not hey-ho from our standpoint. It's not strategy. That's the foundation of strategy, is deception. So when you're moving, anything that comes forward to a person, automatically we're programmed to be a threat. Things moving away are not. So when we're looking at redirections of punches or pushes, Zach, I could probably real quick. And Zach reaches out to grab me. Okay? Because he's seeing in a straight line, but the reach, punch, push is coming off one leg of a triangle. Now that triangle is constantly changing depending upon how he turns his shoulders, but he still has a path of travel. It's not the path of sight. If as he does that, I raise my hand, he sees it one automatically. The eye picks that motion up. It's also very easy for me to get caught underneath and get grabbed, punched, or pushed, or stabbed without being able to do anything. However, if I always come back right away, that's a non-threatening movement. Allows me to prepare and set the angle here. We're not pushing on him at all. Allow his path of travel to continue. Because we don't have blocks, because they stop the action and give the opponent opportunity. And it's a defensive motion. It violates koboitai, attack and defense as one. Okay, so there's no back and forth. You're not back and forth with the sword. It doesn't look like lost samurai. That's a movement. Okay? So, as this comes back, I have a chance to prepare in a motion that's non-threatening because everything's moving back. And this could easily come into Tanto Jutsu exactly the same way. Very difficult for him to see that because there's no motion here that allows him to see that knife come out. It's just out, even though the camera's looking straight at me, it's difficult. Okay? And if both come this way, he also can't tell which hand the knife's coming out in. Okay? Another reason why they wore things the way they wore them. So he comes in and reaches. Doesn't see that knife come out. And the knife does the same thing that the hand does. All the empty hand techniques come from that, and that we're not blocking anything. We just redirect it. You take the place it needs to, and it moves itself away from you. Don't push or knock it. That builds a base-to-base bridge. That creates fighting. Fighting is not a good deal when you're looking at survival. That's exchanges of force. UFC exchanges of force, you can do that. Right? Because it's a sport. When you have knives and guns and swords, you can't do that. Exchanges of force are not acceptable. Right? Because mutual killing was common a long time ago. It's just as easy